Love this podcast? Support this show through the supporter feature from Acast. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
It's the Jim Fannon Show. We've come to take your mind.
Jim Fannon Show pop-up. Happy Canada Day to everyone as of yesterday. Hope you celebrated it with loved ones and friends and got some sun, maybe some beach time. Welcome aboard. It's a quick hit. We're in, we're out, we're leaving you feeling good. Ow! And the house band is fire. Welcome aboard. I am Jim Fannon. This is the Jim Fannon Show. Live from an undisclosed location in Port Dalhousie. Welcome back. I am your pimp in the box, the king of scrubs. I talk to politicians, media types, rock stars, and heathens. Usually I'm live on Thursday nights. Last night I took the night off for reasons I will get into in a minute. You can find me on Twitter at Team Niagara. Now that at Jim Fannon at Jim Fannon Show has been torpedoed by lefty radical supporters of Rob Gill. Thank you, Rob Gill. You are the Death Star. Much respect, my man. Love to get Rob Gill on the show to tell me about how he took down a couple of my Twitter accounts and a few of my YouTube accounts that were paying cash, good cash to me every month. You find me at Team Niagara on Twitter. You can find me on the Fake Book, which you could be watching me on now as Jim Fannon, on Twitch as the Jim Fannon Show, and as on YouTube as True Tube, TREW Tube, and we're also on D-Live as well. This is Matthew Tremblay. Matthew Tremblay is not a fan of music on the beach or freedoms and liberty, and I thought we had an understanding. I thought that we were okay to go back to the beach. We spent all day down there yesterday with no problems. We had security come by, very friendly. We had the NRP come by, curious as to how we got the power down there, how we had the DJ board, and they came down and were most friendly. I was down there about 8:30 for my men's group. I often go to the beach for my men's group on Thursday mornings at 7:30. It lasts till 8:30 when our leader, Bill Markham, gets out. The what I call it, the after party starts, when the fun starts, when the leader leaves the room. It's a joke. Bill runs a great men's group, and I'm grateful to have it. I slept in yesterday. I've had these broken sleeps lately where, I go to sleep at a normal time, 11 o'clock, midnight, 10 to midnight somewhere I go to sleep. And then I wake up at 4 in the morning and I end up staying up for a few hours, I don't know, playing games, doing stuff on my phone, working on social media or whatever else, preparing for a show, whatever. I stay up for a few hours, and then I crash for a couple more, and I wake up. So I missed the first hour's Bible study, so I missed that yesterday, and I slept through it. I got up at 4 in the morning, I went back to sleep, or 3 in the morning, I went back to sleep at around 6, planning on sleeping for an hour. I slept through my alarm, and I was late, so I went down to the beach. And then our men's group stays on for those that want to keep chatting, and there's 4 or 5 or 6 of us that stay on till 10, 11. I think last week we were on there till noon. So I spend the morning with my men. So I was down at the beach yesterday, Canada Day, July 1st. Happy birthday, Canada. Yes, we celebrated. Yes, we had a party. Yes, we went to the beach. Yes, we lit off firecrackers. Yes, we love our country. I'm embarrassed by the leadership a little bit, including what happened to the native people, but we've known this for decades, what happened to the natives. This is not new. The fact that we're digging up old graves now is just more proof of what we knew already. So, anyway, I don't want to get on a rant about that, but happy Canada Day to you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you spent it with loved ones without masks. Lisa, thanks for joining in. This is not the same video. This is all new footage. This is Matthew coming down again and telling Jim Fannon, basically, don't record me. Well, get out of a public space then, and you don't have to worry about being recorded, you weirdo. All right, so I'm going to play you a little bit of the harassment. We ended up with no... Well, we were not told we couldn't come back, but we weren't told that the first time. Tim and I, we sat our penalty box. We sat in the penalty box for a week. Neither of us were allowed to go to Sunset Beach, where we were playing music too loud, I guess. They actually kicked us off the beach for playing music. And then trespassed us for a week. So for a week, I couldn't take my morning coffee to Lakeside Park. Even Lakeside Park I wasn't allowed to go to. So we were trespassed from Sunset Beach, but when I pulled into Lakeside Park, I couldn't even get park. I mean, I went down there a few times during the week because as far as I was concerned, I wasn't trespassed from anywhere, but especially Lakeside Park because I spend my time at Sunset. I got some hairs on my mic. That's unattractive. It's been broadcasting from my mic with blonde, fine hair. I'm not sure, but get off my mic. So we spent our week in the penalty box, which included Lakeside Park. Signal 88 has a contract for many city-run parks and beaches. Regional beaches. They're at Charles Daly, which is where we took our jam and our beats and our sunsets over the last week because we were unable to go to our own city beaches that are just down the street from me. But they also run the security at Charles Daly Park. So anyway, I'm going to give you a little sample of what went down. I'm going to hit on the meandering, also known as the Insurrection. And although it's not in the show title, I was scheduled for a follow-up appointment, a test on my heart, some sort of 2D Doppler. I don't know what the hell it is. And I've been to the hospital in St. Catharines before to get tests done and been allowed to proceed without masking myself. Today, I was told, no, you can't. And I was asked if I had a doctor's note. No, I don't carry a doctor's note around with me, you dildo. And I don't need one. I asked the dildo at the information desk after he told me, you can't go up there without a mask. Do you have a shield? No, we don't. Oh, fuck. See you later, losers. I didn't say that to him, but then I called registration to say, yeah, I was here. I was here at 7:45 in the morning. That takes something to get up the day after, the holiday and have an early morning medical appointment and then be told after going all the way down there that, no, you can't do it because you don't have a mask or a doctor's note. A doctor's note. Okay, so this is Matt Tremblay. He is not a good human being from what I can tell. I'm going to give you a little sample of what it sounds like at the beach. This is 15. Oh, no, this isn't it. This is when the NRP comes down. I'll play that one for you next. Here's a sample of what's going on. Here's what we're doing at the beach, okay? Oh, hang on. Let me get some sound up here. This is it. We're playing the music back at the bathrooms, basically. You can see how the system's set up. It's not set up to drown the beach with music. The speakers are pointed towards the parking lot, towards the poop plant, and the washrooms. It's not all that loud. If you get 100 feet from the sound system, it's muffled like you can hardly hear it. So this is what we did yesterday. All day. We had some security drop by, and we had the NRP come by themselves. Okay? It was not a big deal. No one is blowing their load over this except Matthew Tremblay. Now, here is the NRP. I don't know why dude's got a crisis team vest on, but whatever. They were interested in how we got the power down there, what boards we were using. You see this guy talking to Tim?
It's all good.
The security's actually coming by right now and saying, are you okay? Is everything cool? I give her the thumbs up. Yep, everything's fine. We're just talking to the cops. No big deal. I'm not going to out who that is. Well, I guess you might see in a minute. I just let Tim go because it was a friendly conversation. I was, the cops have been super, super cool with us down here. Saxton is who I'm referring to right now. I'm telling the cop, you should tell your buddy Saxton to come down here because under the old security company, we had a girl that didn't like Tim and barred him from entrance at 8:20 one night because, the beach closes at 9. This security company keeps the gates open till 9. So there's a real disconnect in communication between what the city wants and what rules this Signal 88 firm is enforcing. So glad to make time with the cops when they come down. I was curious to see the setup.
Yeah.
No issues? No, it's good. That's Denny.
Cool. Where's he getting the power? Oh, he's got a generator. That's where he's getting the power.
So, super cool. These guys came down, spent 20 minutes talking to Tim and getting a feel for what he was doing and how he was doing it. And, Tim's bringing smiles to faces on the beach, basically. He's playing music. People love it. If you don't like it, then don't sit in it next to the speakers. It's not a big deal. If we're ever told, oh, that's too loud, we don't play. I say we. It's got nothing to do with me, but I'm hanging around the guys. So when Dickface comes up and pushes himself up against me and tries to bat the phone out of my hand and basically tries to get me to fight him, I'm not going down. I'm not backing off. Lisa, he says he doesn't take requests, but he did end up taking some. He played Happy Birthday for a black family of 25 people weeks ago. And it almost broke my heart how sweet it was for these people who had, maybe from out of town, I don't know. They asked us to play Happy Birthday for their birthday party. Tim found an old version of it because he doesn't have Wi-Fi down there or data. And we played it for these people that I don't know if it was a kid having a birthday or whatever, but it was 25 of them. This was weeks ago, before the lockdown ended. And they were so pleased that when they pranked their kid by pretending to pull out of the parking lot, the 2-year-old came running up in his diaper, just the cutest thing ever. My heart was breaking. It was so cute. And the kid was fine. He was running back to the car crying. I think every parent has pranked their kid when their kid says, I'm not ready to leave the beach, and heads straight towards the water. And you just let them go to see how long it's going to, how far this will play out. They did. And I was going around pointing at this kid selling tickets to the people that were standing around the sound system. Like, look, here. The family's ready to go. They've called the kid. The kid's booking towards the water. Ended up sitting on a tree stump with his feet dangling off in his diaper, and just the most adorable thing ever. And then they pretended they were pulling out, and he went back to the car screaming. Not screaming, crying. But then 20 steps from the car was laughing it up, and he'd gotten over it, and he knew he got pranked. Even at 2 years old, he got pranked. And then on the way out, the smiles in this van, they were off the charts, and my heart was just so full of love, because here's a whole strange group of people that we don't know. And by the time they left the beach, they were honking and waving and smiling and waving and stopping. And I think they said goodbye to us like 3 times on the way out. It was so beautiful. And it was all because of the music. That was one of the days that the music made a difference. It always seems to make a difference. Here Brittany's saying, as long as I don't get a complaint, there's no problems. So, unfortunate. We just want to play some beats, have some fun, and then this guy comes around. All right, I'm going to play. Now, you have to forgive my language because I'm amped. I feel attacked. I feel like, somebody needs to stand up to this guy. And I guess there's no one to do it but me. I'm not looking for trouble. In fact, I heard he was coming back to the beach yesterday, that he hadn't shown up yet. One of the security guards says, when he shows up, I'll give you a heads up just so you know he's here. I had to leave. We were out of water, and Tim likes to give out water down there. So he said, do you mind running up to the store, getting a couple bags of ice, grab my cooler, throw a case of water in there so we can give people water. So I said, no problem. So it was around 2 o'clock, and I left, and then the beach was closed by then because it was at capacity. It was at capacity, so I had to wait to get back in. My favorite guard made me go around and wait again. They were holding the space for me in the beach. So when I came back in, Dildo here was walking with one of the girls that we know that we've got to know everyone down there. No one hates us except this fucking tool. So on my way back into the beach, I drove by Dildo, walking with a friend of ours that works for Dildo. And by the way, he's director of operations, not the owner. I was mistaken on that. The owner I'm going to get to in a minute. And I think I'll be having conversations with him. And probably the NRP again. Listen, I was going to let this lie. But you did assault me. And again, I'm not that beta cuck that goes, you assaulted me, I'm pressing charges. But if you're the director of operations of a security firm that's contracted by the city and the region to do security services, and you're putting your hands on a guy like me that's 6'4", 235 pounds, why, because I'm playing music and you don't like it? Like, he literally pushed me, tried to knock the phone out of my hand, and then got it in my face. And I have multiple witnesses that he tried to get me to fight him. And in my younger days, I would have gone. I would have thrown down right there. I don't lose many physical confrontations. I can't remember ever losing one since I was beat up as a kid. But this guy's supposed to be a military man. Oh, don't even get me started on his reputation in the business. Tim put this on. We have a new Facebook group called The Real Friends of Municipal Beach, because Friends of Sunset Municipal Beach is run basically by Karens. And soon as it gets hot, as soon as somebody corrects someone's spelling, they delete the post. And if they don't like what you're saying, they'll put you on ban for 30 days. So Tim created his own group, and he posted the old video of the assault, or the event that led to the assault. I have not put up the footage of the assault yet, because maybe I'm going to save that for the NRP. And so, anyways, Dildo here comes down and starts his nonsense again. Now, Tim came to the beach around 11 o'clock because I was still on my Zoom call with my men. We set up quickly. By noon, we were rolling. We were expecting rain by 2, and then it was put off till 3, and then put off till 4, and then it still wasn't raining at 5. And at 6 o'clock, it looked like we were going to have to pack up soon. So we're almost ready to pack up anyways. And then Dildo here comes in, parks his truck, walks around, picks up his diary, or his book, and comes marching towards us. So we knew there was trouble brewing already. At least we had a feeling. This is what it sounded like.
Where's Tim?
Well, Tim went on a walk. There's Tim over by the bathrooms.
He just asked where my buddy was.
So here we go. This is it. Now, I just want to apologize, because when the adrenaline is flying, it's very difficult to remain civil and level-headed and courteous and kind. I've had enough of this fucking guy. So as soon as he rounds the corner, as soon as he comes my way, I'm feeling it. So I'm a little amped up here. I don't take anything back that I said, but you gotta realize the context that this is in. I am. Oh, sorry about that.
Jesus. Oh, he's in hot pursuit.
Yeah, I'm amped up. I'm just gonna say that. I am apologizing just because I don't want to be that guy.
Okay, no, you're not going to tell me what to do ever again, bro. I can do whatever the fuck I want, you fucking coward. I can do whatever I want.
Okay, I don't want you to record me.
What's the problem? What's the problem, you fuck?
What is your problem?
What's the problem? What are you doing
Why
with your little book?
Why are you swearing at me?
Well,
am I even talking to you right now?
You told me not to record you.
I said not to record me, exactly.
Why the fuck? I can do whatever I want. This is a public space.
Walk away. I don't even think deal with you. Okay?
Okay.
Walk away. Walk away.
No, I think maybe
Before
she should
put
walk
shit on
away.
your fucking...
She should walk away. I can't even talk.
Hell yeah, I'm famous. All right, so are you.
I know.
Yeah? Okay, anyway.
So they paid me the big bucks.
I'm going to ask you not to record me.
That's why they pay me the big
I never pushed
bucks.
you.
Oh, you
want me to
admitted
push
it.
you, or...
You recording me?
You want me to
No,
push you?
It's off. It's actually off.
You already
I'll
did,
show you.
dude.
You want to see it?
You get the tape.
He's
from
getting
last
all
time?
friendly now.
Oh, I got the tape.
Why is his body cam off now?
You didn't show it on yours, did you?
No, I haven't yet.
And he's worried I got the footage. He's worried because he knows I'm pressing assault charges against this fucking prick.
Oh, I got the tape from last time. For you? You didn't show it on yours, did you?
No, I haven't yet.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm gonna FOI yours.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna press.
I'm telling him I'm going to FOI, Freedom of Information request, his body cam from the assault when he put his hands on me. He says he has it, but he says I'm not going to get it through an FOI. Hey, Matthew, do you know how... I'm completely clear that you have no clue what the bylaws are or how things work. I'll get your FOI on your body cam, bro, unless you destroyed it.
Whatever.
Assault charges
You know what?
against you.
Have fun, Jim, okay?
Okay.
Your little follower.
Oh, and your little following. So I didn't finish the story. When I pulled back into the beach, Dildo was walking with a friend of ours, and he chirps me through the window as I'm driving by. I look straight at him, and he's like, "How you doing, Jimmy?" Now, first of all, Mayor Senzik calls me Jimmy. I think it's a kind way of virtue signaling. He pretends he's my friend. He calls me a fond name that my mother used to call me. A lot of my boys and girlfriends call me Jimmy. But if you're Greg Miller and you hate me and we're not friends, Jimmy's kind of mocking. We're not friends. Don't call me Jimmy. Anyway, so he chirped me as I drove in. "How you doing, Jimmy?" I go, "Not bad." I didn't, I should have said, "Hi, Brittany," instead. Also, Matthew has an alias and a horrible reputation in the business. And I mean horrible. So, hey, Tim, since Timmy Turner, DJ Turner, Timmy, what's your handle on, what are you on TikTok there? Anyway, Tim's on board right now. You can see him in the comments. No, I lost my mind. I had a brain fart. I'll come back to it. I always do.
Thanks for coming up.
I asked you to turn that off.
Why?
Because I'm asking you
You can ask me whatever the fuck
I'm
you
asking
want,
you to
dude.
turn it off.
No,
Turn it off?
you haven't been a fucking decent human being to me.
What do you mean? You're the one over there screaming at me.
Screaming.
I wasn't even talking to you. You come right up to me and
So
started,
what are you
right
doing?
up to me and
What do
started
you want?
videotaping me.
What do you want?
Nothing from you.
Okay.
Nothing from you. You're coming at me.
Okay.
I'm not even coming towards you.
Okay.
Okay?
Well,
So you can go
it
over
seems
and
like
play
you
a
got
game.
your book in your hand.
Yeah, I do.
You gonna write a
called
citation?
Report. It's called report.
It's called reporting.
Yeah.
Dude, you're
You
getting
can step
reported.
Okay? You can step back. You can just walk over there. I have no issue.
Does stolen valor
None
mean anything to you?
Okay?
Good.
It applies to this freak. Trust me. Anyway. That's that. That was at 6:30 last night. So I managed to, I don't know, walk this gentleman back off the beach as he waited for Tim. Tim came back, and Tim is not looking for trouble. And Tim was not looking to engage this man at any level. In fact, Tim made himself pretty hard to find while this guy was looking for him. I did not. I went to intercept and took that little sample of video again. Again, I wish I wasn't needing to be this guy, but it seems like if you don't record everything, then you get assaulted, and then you have no recourse. I have recourse. And NRP officer, what's your name? Badge number 9775. Wayne Wright? I think that's the guy. I've got an incident number now. And you were there, Mr. Wright. I left you voicemail message because I want to press charges. Not because I'm that guy, just because I don't want this to happen to anyone else. And then yesterday when I got there and I talked to a few of the security guards who are all very nice. They're all just doing their job, right? I told them I've mellowed. I don't want to pursue this any further. I'm not interested in charges. I'm not interested in anything other than just being able to go to the beach with my coffee between 9 and 10 in the morning, and then usually between 7 and 9 at night for sunset. I spend an hour or two there in the morning, maybe an hour or two there at night, and sometimes we actually go to the beach for the day. I just want to be able to go to the beach. So yesterday, I'm feeling, okay, this is fine. There's my chair. I got my little spot. It's not perfect, but it makes me feel better. And I get work done. And it's a place to relax. I'm doing a show from there. I'm doing the Jim Fannon Show from there at some point. I don't care if I have to go off city property on the other side of that stupid fence that the city put up in Club LaSalle's land, or that the beach in front of all those new houses that complained about the Club LaSalle. and had them shut down from camping. It's ridiculous. At some point, I'm taking this whole rig down, all the mics, and I'm doing a show with live bands, live interviews in the beach. Like feet in the sand on the beach. I don't want to be in the beach. Oh, that sounds like I think I'm going to start a MS. What do you call it? MS. What is it? What is the MSS? MSR? What is it? I'm going to start one of those. Anyways, I'm chill. I rolled back. I've chilled on this. I don't want any more trouble. ASMR. Those people are mental cases. Just get out of my TikTok feed. Ooh, can you imagine having a conversation with one of these weirdos? Anyways, I'm chill. I've kind of backed off of my, assault charges thing because I just want to go to the beach. If this guy leaves me alone for the rest of the summer, I've got no problems, except yesterday he comes back again, gets my blood racing all over again, upsets Tim and the whole crew that's around us. We don't have very many people. It's not like a crowd of people standing in front of us. We come down there for a reason. We want to be left alone. Playing music on the beach is not illegal. The city there's no rules against bringing a turntable down there and a gas-powered generator that sits on the back of the truck that bothers no one and playing music. I just want to be left alone. I just want to chill, get my mental health back. Because of you fucking tools stressing us the fuck out. Anyway, my point is, I backed off of it all. I'm not looking for confrontation. I'm not looking to even follow up the charges. But if Wayne Wright doesn't call me back, I'll just find another officer to take the report. Because now, if you're going to keep coming back every day with your big vest on, playing tough guy like Matthew freaking Tremblay here, and you physically assaulted me. No, you didn't hurt me, but yeah, it gets my whatever you call it up, my hackles. It makes the hair stand up on the back of my neck. I feel attacked, and I will defend. So far, no violence other than the assault that this guy perpetrated on me, but I see no other alternative. If you're going to keep making our life miserable because we're playing music on the beach that everyone loves, outside of the couple residents that post non-stop on the Friend of Sunset Beach page that's highly moderated to the point where Irene turns off comments immediately or deletes posts. Tim put this video up of the security guard the other day. It had 135 comments, and then she chirps in finally, this has gotten out of control. The moderators are getting too many. I posted it on my, I think I posted it on the Alternative Friends page. Anyways, I'm beating this bad boy to death. Sorry to bother you. This is a waste of everyone's time. And I wonder how Signal 88 Security continues to get jobs at the region and the cities. Because this clown. Okay, this is Andrew Ralph. Apparently owns Signal 88 Security. I'll be having a conversation with him soon. Oh, also, Pastor Henry Hildebrandt's up at noon. Oh, geez, it's almost 10 o'clock. I got to get out of here. I got prep to do. Pastor Henry Hildebrandt right here at noon. Wherever you're watching it, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, we're on DLive, we're on Facebook, and we're on Periscope, otherwise known as Twitter. Pastor Henry Hildebrandt at noon right here, EST. We'll be talking to him. He's got $90,000 in fines for opening up his church in Elmer. That Pastor Henry Hildebrandt. Okay, well, Andrew Ralph, I hope you're running a tight ship, and I hope you have ears to listen, because it sounds like your guy Matthew Tremblay is OC, out of control. All right, I'm going to hit this just before I get out of here. What else have we got in the title here? What did I hit? Canada Day, we hit that. I'm celebrating Canada Day. I don't care. I celebrated it already. We were at a party after the beach yesterday. I got a call from a friend. Said, hey, I'm at so-and-so's, and they're having a party. They forgot to invite you. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you forgot to invite me. So I went down there all full of sand and sweat from the beach and jumped in an 86-degree pool. Wow. I got to hang out with some really cool pets and children. The parents, I could take or leave. I mean, the parents I don't have any use for. It's just the kids and the pets. And as usual, they were all crying before I left. That's how I know I've had a successful visit. Unindicted co-conspirators in January 6th case raise disturbing questions of federal foreknowledge of the insurrection. Now, insurrection, Gavin McInnes calls it a meandering. Yeah, they broke a window. One of them got shot by Capitol Police. They won't release the man's name. He's not up on charges for murder. He shot a protester that was incidentally being egged on by that goof that sold CNN the footage of the insurrection of him going, go, go, go. He was egging this woman on, and as soon as Ashley Babbitt she didn't break through the window, but she entered the broken window, the cop shot her. Yeah, it's not been publicly released, the cop's name that shot this person, but you can bet if this was a black person shot by a white cop, oh man, would there be charges. Of all the questions asked, words spoken, and ink spilled on the so-called Capitol siege of January 6, 2021, none hold the key to the entire event quite like what Senator Amy Klobuchar asked of Christopher Wray. Christopher Wray is the director of the FBI, as most people probably know, and not a very damn good one as far as I can tell. Let me see if I can get this up for you. This is just a quick interaction of Amy
And they
Klobuchar
show up, we now know, in this complaint with
the director of the FBI.
Chinese radios in military gear, that there must be moments where you think, if we would have known, if we could have infiltrated this group or found out what they were doing. And that, do you have those moments?
Absolutely. I will tell you, Senator, and this is something I feel passionately about, that anytime there's an attack, our standard at the FBI is we aim to bat 1,000, right? And we aim to thwart every attack that's out there. So anytime there's an attack, especially one that's this horrific, that strikes right at the heart of our system of government, right at the time of transfer of power is being discussed, you can be darn tootin' that we are focused.
Darn tootin'. Strikes right at the heart of what, you loser? Dude. It's unbelievable. The fake news surrounding this insurrection.
You can ask questions about anything. Ashley repeatedly dodged our questions. Green, where does this stuff come from about the FBI and Antifa? Where are you getting that from, if I may be?
Well, this is the reports that have been coming out. There's, information that they're...
Antifa was there. Antifa was dressed as Trump supporters. Antifa sold their video to CNN. They had him on as a correspondent, as like a roving reporter. This black guy changed his gear from Antifa black into Trump red, MAGA, and then egged on the insurrectionists. This is fact. FBI was there. The Capitol Police let them into the building.
There may have been FBI operatives. Now, we don't know what that means, right? Is that informants? Is that where does that go?
Where's the proof?
Jim Acosta is such a tool. Man, it's hard to be a good Christian man with so much bullshit around. Let me remind you, Brett Kavanaugh protesters, supporters gathered on Capitol Hill and then broke the security and went in. You remember this? One of the most
one of the most highly respected
and qualified judges in the nation.
A smear campaign as our way of doing politics.
The day after President Trump
nominated
Brett Kavanaugh to the Judicial Supreme Court, Chuck Schumer got on TV and said, "We are going to fight this nomination with everything we have."
Chuck Schumer.
Wow.
Shut up.
Conservative women, everyone you see here today is here to say, we are going to fight
and
for
how did
this
that fight make out? Brett Kavanaugh is a Supreme Court justice. So shut the hell up. Well, I guess it's a little late for that. You lost. Here's them inside the Capitol building. Now, this is not called an insurrection, you notice, because it's lefty protesters. The MAGA crew does selfies. They took a lectern. They had pictures taken at Nancy Pelosi's desk. All peaceful. There's footage of them talking to the Capitol Police saying, everyone, we can go, we can drive our message, but it must be peaceful. So it was all peaceful. There was no violence. No one got hurt. There was no threats. There was no armed citizens. They occupied the building peacefully. You know, I've gone over this many times. I feel like I don't even need to do it again. But because it's back in the news, it never leaves the news. This is the Capitol. Does this look like an insurrection to you?
They sat down, started chanting. Eventually, the United States Capitol Police started picking them up and putting them in lines. I don't see them, at least at this point, being essentially handcuffed, as has occurred in other cases. I suppose that depends on
they just let them go.
What they do. Nonetheless, the way this works is, at least so far,
if January 6th was an insurrection, then this is an insurrection. Look at these blue-haired whack jobs. We believe all women. Shut up. Women lie, just like men do. Back the hell up. And CNN's only too happy to give these guys front and center coverage. Look at how nicely they're handling this young lady. Look at him. What's with the fist in the air? Isn't that black power?
Joe, do you know who these people are? Are they part of a group?
Protesters march to U.S. Capitol in cancel Kavanaugh rally. Why is it not an insurrection? Nobody can tell me that. Because it wasn't an insurrection. It was a meandering, as Gavin McInnes calls it, sashaying, a wandering through the Capitol. Peaceful, just like this one. So if one is a peaceful protest, the other has to be a peaceful protest. But we understand how the media works. This is a fundamental attack on democracy. But Antifa burning, looting, murdering, and rioting for 18 months is okay with us. And they all get released without charges, or the charges dropped. Meanwhile, if you're Joe Biggs has been in jail for 4 months more than 4 months now, since January 6th, in solitary lockup, because releasing him would be too damaging to the public, because he'd start a revolution. Joe Biggs is a former military guy that used to do a show on censored.tv. They've taken all his work down because Gavin McInnes understands that once you're under investigation, all your work can be taken out of context. So they clip a little thing, they leave all the surrounding conversation out of it, and then they go, this is hate speech. This is proof that he's a white supremacist. Joe Biggs. And I don't know if Enrico Tarrio, he used to be the head of the Proud Boys. He was caught traveling across state line, and he had an empty magazine in his bag. I mean, a magazine like that usually holds bullets, not a paper magazine like Vogue. Trash. Yeah, he's in jail doing hard time because it's a threat to national security. Meanwhile, you can take protesters at Capitol Hill as long as you're protesting the right thing. No problem. Maybe I should have just stopped at the at this. Anyways, Pastor Henry Hildebrandt comes up in 2 hours right here, wherever you're watching it. Pastor Henry Hildebrandt will be with me for an hour. We're going to get who he's all about, who he's become, and how the media and the police have targeted him for harassment. We know what you're feeling, bro. Check it out. Noon, right here. We'll start on time. Peace, love, hug your neighbor, and whatever you do, rip that diaper off your face. It's not doing anything. Muriel, thanks for coming out. Lisa, what up? Tim, Primo, what up? Oh, Twitch, what up? Second floor to the left. Hee hee. You beach boomer at it again. Shots. All right. I'm getting out of here. We're going to leave you with something I usually go out with. It's called Want Some. Want Some is done by Matt McPherson. He allows me to use his music because he's not afraid to being Jim Fannon adjacent. Thank you, Matt. It's M Factor. M-PHAKTOR. M Factor. This is Want Some. I'm out. right now.